The fatties are whinging again. Yeah, plus size influencer Jalen Cheney rips airport worker and probably her trousers as well, who allegedly refused to push her in a wheelchair up jet bridge, blatantly ignored. I mean, I've seen the size here. Very hard to ignore that woman, so it must have been on purpose. A plus size travel influencer claimed a Washington airport worker refused to push her in a wheelchair up jet bridge because of her size, which left her gasping for air when she was forced to walk off the plane. Oh, God. Oh, walking. Man, oh, how awful. Are you okay? Are you okay? I mean, I've got some numbers of people that you can call and talk to because, oh God, you had to work instead of making some poor wagey push your fat arse up a fucking ramp. Jalen Cheney, 27, fucking hell, she made it to 27, impressive, revealed on TikTok that she requested wheelchair assistance during her trip to SeaTac International Airport in Washington. I'm a plus size wheelchair user. Common that those two words often go hand in hand. And on a recent flight to the SeaTac airport, I requested wheelchair assistance as I always do, a narrator said on Cheney's post. When it came time for me to deplane, I saw the employee who would be assisting me with my wheelchair waiting for me in the entry of the jet bridge. I could just imagine the poor bastard's face, like, oh, for fuck's sake. As she comes fucking done. Done. Like, he's probably looking at his coffee like the fucking T Rex with Jurassic Park. Look at her. She really takes up the fucking width of the fucking ramp. Jesus. The influencer who's amassed over 100. Hold on, no, that has to be. See the fact that she's going to prevent everyone from getting off the plane in an orderly fashion, like if the plane was in fire. That's a risk now. Her great big fucking hand planet arse blocking the entire corridor. Like a scene like Left 4 Dead of them all, World War Z, they're all just trying to climb over this fatty so that they don't get cooked. The influencer who has amassed over 135,000, amassed, yeah, has amassed 135,500 followers on the platform, fucking ate most of them by the looks of it, claimed the employee started walking away from the plane when she saw the traveller deboard the plane. As I approached her and she realised she'd been assisting me, I was a woman as well. Well, of course she's not going to be able to push your fucking great big keister down the fucking ramp, assisting me, and not one of the smaller passengers. She started to walk away with the wheelchair while making comments about my size, Cheney claimed. Well, no fucking wonder. Cheney, who can walk, uh, allegedly told the employee she needed the chair but was blatantly ignored, forcing her to walk up one of the longest jet bridges I've encountered. You poor thing. How awful. The long walk, the long walk. Have you been? It took you. The long walk, right? It takes about 30 seconds, probably not even, to walk that. Probably not even. The long walk took a lot of energy out of the influencer. Oh, God. How awful. Yeah, walking does that. Well, walking does that when you're a normal size. And she claimed she nearly fainted. How long is that? It's about 40, 50 feet. I nearly. Oh, God. I nearly fainted from existing. Fucking Christ. By the time she let me reach the wheelchair and sit down, my lips were wet, my oxygen level. My, my oxygen levels had dropped and I almost fainted, Cheney recalled. The post has reached out to the airport. Look at her. Jesus, they're even filming it at the time because she's pull your phone out and film me right now. I am so distraught that I am being made to walk. Right, fucking. Oh, I'll save it to the end of the article. Shaney said that the recent flight was her first time flying without oxygen. 4 years. The woman just assumed I could walk and would rather me do that. How dare she? How awful this woman expects you to walk. How terrible. Do that instead of her having to push someone plus size up the jet bridge. Well, you wanted some wee lassie to push about 500 pounds of whingy bastard in the airport when she's probably on minimum wage. Fucking wind your neck, and in fact, it looks like you already have. All the other attendants wheeled their passengers up the jet bridge, but my needs were disregarded, Cheney said. This is discrimination. Nobody should be treated this way. No member of staff should be treated that way just because you cannot stop eating chips. Right, how's that member of staff's fault that you fucking kept shoveling cake down your gob for about 10 fucking years? How's it her fault? Some wee women should not have to push some £500 fucking whiny, entitled arsehole out of the fucking airport when you can walk just fucking fine. Well, not just fucking fine, but again, the fact you can't walk just fucking fine is your fault. Cheney says she couldn't remain silent on her experience. I mean, Jason probably imagine the breathing. Probably sounded like a pug. And won't stop fighting for change. Fighting. You can't even walk 30 feet without nearly dying. You're not fighting for anything, bitch, for change. And the travel industry, as she stands to ensure quality for all. If you face something similar, you're not alone. Discrimination is real, and I don't want anybody else to ever experience something like this. She said, it's easy, just lose weight. Just lose weight. Cheney, who has had to purchase an extra seat when flying, received criticism for her fight to change the travel industry. In June 2023, when she demanded passengers pay fees so she can have the extra seat to say, she's just an entitled fat bitch. I'm a victim, yeah, of yourself. Of yourself. I mean, look, she just has that Karen face, doesn't she? Just total Karen face. Jesus Christ. People with smaller bodies get people with small. You mean people that are fucking healthy? Yeah, get to pay one fare to get to their destination. Cheney told CNN Travel at the time. I'm fine with my wife. I just make her sit in my lap. She gets a child's ticket. Wait, no, I take that back. Fuck off. No. Too many hentai artists follow me for me to be making jokes like that. But anyway, we have to pay two fares even though we're getting the same experience. If anything, our experiences are a little bit more challenging, completely through your own fault. But anyway, in October, Cheney moved her fight for +5 travellers, that bitch can't move fucking anything, away from the air and took it to the hotels, demanding changes be made to create size-inclusive amenities as the current ones restrict the movement of overweight guests. I stay in hotels all the fucking time for work whenever I'm travelling. Can you not fit in a hotel room? Like, even motels, a little. You know what? We're not even going there, man. Jesus, she's just a whiny bitch. Among her many demands were to make elevators and hallways more space. I would get out the fucking lift immediately if she got on there. Oh no, Dank, it's alright. They're fitted with fail safes. Have you seen that bitch? Fuck your fail safes. Like, she'll just power right fucking through them like a fucking sandworm. Hi, like that. There's automatic safety brakes faced in the lift. Yeah, that's nice. Does gravity give a shit? You know? Fuck that. To allow for easy movement of larger individuals, you already can't walk 30 feet. Right, nothing's going to make movement easier for you until you lose weight. And those utilising mobility devices. Now, see when it comes to assistance and shit like that, disabilities, or if you're really, really old and stuff like that, absolutely fine. Not an issue. Not an issue whatsoever. Right. If you've got a disability, or if you've got an injury or something like that, not a problem. Absolutely, completely fine. Right. No issue with that whatsoever. I remember years and years and years ago, this was a very long time ago, I was a child. We went to Florida because we wanted to do Disneyland and fucking Universal Studios, blah, blah, all the big theme parks and everything in Florida. That was a long time ago. And we brought my old Auntie Kathy with us. And back then, my old Auntie Kathy was 88, I believe. My Auntie Kathy died in her late 90s. She was just off of 100. I was so fucking angry that she just missed 100. I was pissed off. But she was like 88 and she can't walk without assistance because she was fucking nearly 90. Right. So people like that completely fair. So when we went to Disneyland, we waited in the queue because they give you the little mobile scooters and everything that she needed. And every single person all the way in front of me of this rather long fucking queue, not a single disabled or old person. All fat fucks, just all great big fucking whale beasts, right, that were clogging up the entire queue while I'm sitting there holding up my nearly 90-year-old great aunt, like, in the Florida fucking heat, right, just trying to get a mobility scooter. And all these fat fucks who put themselves in that position were all clogging up the queue. That's why I've got no patience for fucking fat people. And everybody was saying, but you're fat, Dank. By the way, I know that there was that video of me doing the cartwheel and everything for the Hamza Yusuf thing. That was a big, thick snooty. I was like, yeah, I know I'm fat. Like, I'm a fat boy. I'm a big growing boy. Right? But that snooty made me look really fucking fat. And lots of people were like, Jesus Christ, you're really fat. It wasn't. It's a thick snooty. Boys. It's not that bad. I'm not that fat. Hold on. Yeah, like, see. I'm not like that fat. I do have the Alex Jones physique on the go at the moment, but a lot of people thought that I was like obese as fuck. I'm not that bad. But anyway, I've no time for fat whingy people. Right? If you have a disability or an injury, or you're just literally as old as sliced bread and you cannot fucking lift your left arm without it crumbling into dust, fair, absolutely fine, not a problem whatsoever. However, that poor little staff member at the airport who was a woman should not have to push some £500 whiny fucking Karen, right, because Karen just couldn't say no to that extra steak pie, right? I'm sorry. See, if you've got absolutely no self-control whatsoever, that's not that poor little wage's fault, right? And now you're trying to put her on blast and probably cost her her fucking job in the middle of the fucking house, in the middle of the cost of living crisis, because your fat arse is just so entitled to all these services from other people because you ate all the pies. In other words, you know, for a fucking person that's really, really fat, you've got all that energy to fucking complain, don't you?